Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're getting into something pretty fascinating. Why is it that sometimes we actually feel more comfortable, maybe even validated, when people see us? And how we really see ourselves, even if that view isn't exactly, glowing. That's our mission today. Unpacking self-verification theory.
Yeah.
Ever had that weird feeling? Someone gives you a compliment, maybe praises how organized you are, but inside you're thinking, if only they knew. This deep dive might just explain that exact feeling.
It really is a bit counterintuitive, isn't it? Because you'd think naturally everyone just wants praise. That's self-enhancement bias, right? We want people to like us, admire us.
Right, we think it's all about feeling good.
Exactly. But self-verification theory suggests there's this other, perhaps deeper drive going on, a drive for coherence, for things to make sense.
Coherence. Okay. So at its heart, the theory is saying we're actually motivated to keep our beliefs about ourselves consistent.
That's the core of it. We actively, sometimes unconsciously, look for feedback that lines up with our existing self-view.
And this is where it gets really interesting based on the questions you sent in. Why would someone, say, with a kind of negative self-image, want that negativity confirmed by others? That seems odd.
It does on the surface. But think about it in terms of predictability. If the world confirms how you already see things, even the negative things about yourself, it feels more stable, more understandable.
Like navigating with a reliable map, even if the map shows some rough terrain.
Precisely. Imagine your internal map says, I'm awkward in social situations. If people treat you like you super smooth, it can actually feel jarring, maybe even confusing. But if they react in a way that confirms your awkward map,
It weirdly makes sense, even if it doesn't feel great.
yeah, it creates the sense of stability. The world aligns with your view.
Okay, that clicks. And this isn't just theory, right? There's research showing this affects our relationships.
Oh, absolutely. Studies suggest we often gravitate towards people, partners even, who see us the way we see ourselves.
Even if that self-view is negative, so someone who thinks they're, difficult, might end up with someone who confirms that.
It can happen. It sounds paradoxical, but that confirmation provides a sort of relational stability. Even if the relationship dynamic itself isn't the most positive, it also helps maintain our sense of identity over time. Consistent feedback just reinforces who we think we are.
Wow. Okay, but here's a big one, especially for personal growth. What does this mean if you're trying to change? Like, if I see myself as lazy, but I'm trying really hard not to be, is this self-verification thing going to sabotage me? Am I subconsciously looking for proof that I'm still lazy?
That's a really critical point. Yes, that drive for self-verification can definitely put the brakes on personal growth. You might unintentionally interpret ambiguous feedback negatively, or even act in ways that elicit the confirmation you expect based on that old self-belief. It makes breaking patterns tough.
So just knowing about this tendency could be super useful, maybe in therapy or coaching.
Hugely useful. A therapist can help someone spot those patterns. See how you focused on that one criticism even though you got praise elsewhere? Becoming aware helps you consciously challenge those negative self-views and stop, feeding the beast, so to speak. You can start choosing to focus on feedback that supports the change you want.
How does self-esteem fit in? Is it different for people with high versus low self-esteem?
Well, the underlying process, that search for confirmation, seems pretty universal. The content is what differs. Someone with high self-esteem wants confirmation of their positive qualities. Someone with low self-esteem might, unfortunately, feel more seen or validated when negative feedback confirms their negative self-view.
So the need for consistency is the same, just what feels consistent is different.
Exactly.
Could you give us a quick everyday example?
Sure. Think about someone who sees themselves as not very creative. They might shy away from brainstorming sessions at work. By avoiding it, they don't contribute ideas, and maybe their colleagues then don't see them as creative. It becomes a self-fulfilling loop, confirming their initial belief.
Right, the avoidance confirms the self-view. Okay, so if we know this about ourselves, what's the path forward? How do we use this?
Awareness is really the first huge step. Just recognizing, okay, I might have a tendency to look for proof that I'm a negative trait. Then you can consciously start to, seek out situations or feedback that challenges that old belief. Maybe even highlight aspects of yourself that contradict it. It's about actively choosing where you focus your attention.
So the big takeaway seems to be that we're not just passive recipients of how others see us. We're actively shaping it, often because we crave that consistency with our own self-image.
You got it. We're co-creating that reality.
Okay, leaves us with a final thought then.
Yeah, something for you to consider. Think about one area of your life where you seem to get the same kind of feedback over and over. Ask yourself, could your own need for self-verification be playing a part in keeping that pattern alive? What might happen, just as an experiment, if you deliberately looked for or even pointed out evidence that contradicts that usual feedback?
Hmm. Definitely some food for thought there.
Well,
Thanks. This is a really insightful deep dive.
My pleasure. It's fascinating stuff.
Until next time.